Hi, it's Donna Loves Candles, and today I have a caramel sundaes haul for you. So it actually came kind of late last night, or I don't even know. By the time I got home, the UPS was there, the package. So I was really excited because it's not due until Monday. So within 2 day turnaround, amazing, because I got the shipping notification on Wednesday and I got it on Friday. So this is the May restock for caramel sundaes, and it's really basically 2 cents I got. So the first one is Hawkins Autumn. So let me turn that around so you can see. So I got the big 5 wick in Hawkins Autumn. So let me go over that. I love this label, first of all. Look at this. It's a black with the orange writing. Amazing. Love it. Love it. And I had to get it in the 5 wick. So going over, on the website, they talk about the primary, it's a spiced warmth scent. Secondary, it's woods and smoke with a gourmand and golden amber. Then they also list the mood, which is dark and mysterious, and nostalgic comfort. Now, step into the quiet, eerie charm of a small Indiana town wrapped in fall. Hawkins Autumn captures the feeling of crisp leaves underfoot, flickering streetlights, and something unexplainable lingering just beneath the surface. Warm pumpkin spice and smoky birchwood open the scent like a chilly evening walk through town, where the air is thick with autumn and anticipation. At its heart, notes of cinnamon, clove, crunchy leaves swirl together, invoking bike rides at dusk, secret hideouts, and golden haze of a fading October day. As the flame settles, a deep bass of black coffee and smooth vanilla emerges, rich and comforting, like a late night at the station, a warm mug in hand, and a quiet hum of something not quite right. Nostalgic, cozy, and a little mysterious, Hawkins Autumn is fall in its most unforgettable form. The notes are top notes of warm pumpkin spice, birch wood, middle notes of cinnamon, clove, crunchy leaves, and bottom notes of black coffee and vanilla. Well, last night before I went to bed, I wanted to sniff everything because, I'm going to think about it all night. So I opened everything up. I unboxed everything, and I left Hawkins Autumn right here in the living room. When I woke up, I smelled coffee, and I said, wait a second, what's going on here? The whole house smells like coffee right now, but not a bad coffee. It's a dark coffee, and I also get vanilla. And I do pick up the other notes in this candle, but I couldn't believe it. Literally, I haven't even lit it yet, and it's all over the house. I should have left it in the box, but, I wanted to start filming right away so I can get this out to you. So, I'm very thrilled with the set. Why? Because, first of all, it's nostalgia for me because I'm an 80s kid. I grew up as a teenager in the 80s, and I was always on my bike with my friends, my sisters, all over New York, in places probably we shouldn't have been, even on near highways, okay? So my parents said, as long as you're home by 10, which, remember that commercial? It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Okay, that was my generation. And we were always outside getting into doing shenanigans, but fun, safe, basically adventures. That's what we went on. So, and we were always hanging around. This was prior to cell phones. It was so much fun because you're around people, you're having fun, you're at parties. You smell that coffee in the kitchen when you wake up from your parents. And my mother would also sometimes put a little vanilla in her coffee, which takes me back to memories, right? And it does remind me of an October day. I don't know how they got that leaves note besides the cinnamon and the clove, but I definitely get that crunchy leaves note. I can't wait to burn this. That I'm saving the big one for the fall. Now, for the other Hawkins Autumn, I got the 2 wick. Okay, so let me show you this. Look how beautiful and gorgeous this label is. Gianna, you did a wonderful job with your artwork. I hope you do more collabs with Caramel Sundays in the future. I love your illustrations. You're such a great artist. My father was an artist in New York City, and he had a studio, and he did a lot of print work. So he did a lot of illustrations. I did not inherit, unfortunately, any of that talent. One of my sisters did, but I did not. But he worked for many different types of companies out there, and he's also a photographer as well. So I love this label. So I did get a couple for gifts because I have some friends that are born in October. They would love this. And so I did buy 5 of them. So I'm really happy. I literally checked out within, I don't even know, 30 seconds. By the time I got the code, I just wanted these, right? You know, I didn't want really I'm not so much of a summer gal with florals and all that, but still, I'm on a budget. Everyone is. We have a big launch coming up in July, which is, I'm glad they actually extended it now to July 12th. So mark that on your calendars, July 12th at 7 p.m. You could sign up for a 2-minute early access by text. So let's go into the last 5 wick that I did pick up. Now, I decided to bite the bullet and buy the 5 wick in the scent. I was going back and forth. Should I get the 4 wick, the 5 wick? I definitely did not want the 2 wick because, like I said, I like a stronger strength in my home. So I did get the 5 wick in Scoops Ahoy. Wow, this is heavy. Look how beautiful that label is. I love it. And I'm really happy with the scent. So let's go over the scent notes. So the scent notes on Scoops Ahoy is top notes of vanilla bean ice cream, crushed pineapple, middle notes of chopped nuts, maraschino cherries, and base notes of ripe bananas and sugary pecans. Now, I did try to get the 5 wick in the double dip Danish. I already have a 4 wick and I'm happy with that. It did sell out, which is fine, before I could check out because it was fast and furious. As we know, a lot of people missed out on certain ones. I want to talk about that for a second before I go into the scent notes of this. So last year, actually almost like a year and a half ago, I was new to Caramel Sundays. I was only purchasing it from Saltbox Lane. I could not get on the website of Caramel Sundays to check out, even with the 2-minute early access. I am just not fast. Maybe it's my Generation X. I don't know, but I tried everything, okay? And Drew over at his channel said he uses his laptop. So I started to try to order on my laptop because I'm pretty quick on my laptop, right? So I was able to place some orders here and there. The fall launch, I kind of missed most of it last year. I only got some 2 wicks in some of them from Saltbox Lane. But don't get discouraged. You will pick it up. You'll learn how, there are some tips and tricks. Like Katie says, go in a couple times. Sometimes I do place multiple orders. Go back, get the first things you want, then, place your order, check out quick. It's easy if you have again, I'm trying to remember. I use the shop, the shop app to check out. So therefore, all my credit card information, my address is already preloaded. That might help you. I would not check out with a regular credit card on their site. By the time you even enter the numbers, everything will be gone. So I'm trying to remember what other thing they have there. I'm not sure if there's Apple Pay. I don't remember. But I would look into that first on their website to help you out. And I do know this restart, because they are taking extra week, they are going to have more production of these candles. And I also read on Instagram, I believe they bought a second pouring machine, which would be amazing, especially if they want to grow their business and there's more available for everybody. But I'm looking at this list of the fall launch and it is humongous, like humongous. So how would you go back and forth on the website to get a 2 wick, a 4 wick, a 5 wick, and going back and forth and ordering? It's going to be maddening. So I also have a budget like you, right? Maybe some people don't, but most of us do, right? So I have to really budget and figure out which ones I want. Plus, I do recommend going back on YouTube and look at these reviews of McKenna, of Amy, of Drew and Katie and Alexa, please go and look at their reviews, because not everybody has the same thoughts, right? Some of the ambassadors do like more of a gourmand like me. Some don't. Again, we all have different tastes, right? And we all have different outlays of our houses and homes and rooms that we burn our candles in. So I would take a good look at those reviews, which I started doing last night, actually. I went into older videos to make my list to see which ones I want, and then prioritize and try to go in first to get those ones so you're not disappointed. But I'm glad that Hawkins Autumn is coming back in all sizes so that you can get it this time. And so going back to Scoops Ahoy, sorry about my tangent here, but I wanted to get this information out to you so that it will help you when you are placing orders with Caramel Sundays, because it is like a Hunger's Game scenario. I don't mind it so much, and it works for them. They're a small business. I know a lot of people get frustrated. Someone even DM'd me about one of my about a prior haul that I posted in February, and it was so large. I said, that's because I got 15-minute early access. That was only because I did not receive some of the candles that I had ordered. So that's the only reason I got to shop around and take my time. And, so again, you have to kind of time it out, plan it out in advance. And that's kind of how it is. It's really hard when you're a small business and you have to grow. You need to grow in steps, right? You can't just increase so much volume and have it available year round, right? It's once a month they restock. And I'm sure it's thousands and thousands of candles, okay? So getting back into Scoops Ahoy, I was reading different reviews on it and watching videos, and it is similar to the Honey Badger DNA, which is exciting to me because I put my Honey Badger candles away towards the end of summer and fall to mix with other candles and to burn by itself. I love, love, love that candle. It has to be a staple in their offerings every year. So the top notes are vanilla bean ice cream, crushed pineapple, middle notes of chopped nuts, maraschino cherries, base notes of ripe bananas, and sugary pecans. I think I already talked about the scent notes on this, but it is so good. You get all the notes here, all the notes. I smell it all. I don't smell like heavy cherry on the 5-wick, maybe on the 2-wick and 4-wick, but I'm not going to know until I burn it, right? It's different on cold sniff. I definitely pick up the pecan notes. And, I get it all. I get a little of the banana. It does smell like definitely, a Sunday. So that's what I have for you today. I would appreciate if you could thumbs up my channel, my video, and subscribe to my channel. And if you hit that notification bell of all, you could be notified of all my videos. I'll try to post a video at least once or twice a week, probably in the next week or so. I do have some candles I'm finishing, and I will have reviews up shortly from different brands. So that's it. So I hope you have a great day, have a great weekend, and take care.